Hello and welcome to X and Y Gaming, another Yu-Gi-Oh video out of nowhere. So check this out. Here is a quote-unquote modern Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. Alright, you got your monsters, your spell cards, your trap cards, and you got fusions, synchros, exes, and links. Everything's here. It's all side deck. It's all here, right? Everything's here. You got your big, scary dragons that have been here since day one. They're modern, friendly, fuckboy counterparts. The Blue Eyes Thick Dragon, right? And you've got the retrains of the OG boys that are just kind of like, they were really good back in the day, maybe, when you could pull them off and you drew into them, I guess. He's great. He just comes with the flute. It's fantastic. Then you got your, like, Blue Eyes specific Monster Reborns, or, like, he's down here playing a Blue Eyes guitar. You've got your Blue Eyes specific fusions. You know what I'm saying? Blue Eyes White Dragon deck in the modern day. Great. Master 05. Here it is. Today, Yu-Gi-Oh! Because today, we're talking about Rush Duels. And there's even going to be a little bit of candid Yu-Gi-Oh! Afterwards. Tiebreaker. The one for all the beans in the can before we change decks and have a whole new level of stupidity. Alright, here we go. Look, I'm going to play the best card in the game. Are you ready?
Yes. Only one break you will play.
Yeah, it's a set card. You don't even know what it is, first of all. Second of all, Graceful Charity. You forget... Don't worry about the fact that I'm playing Brick Eyes White Dragon, alright? Oh, here, look. No, I'll show you something really cool. Watch this. I'm going to get rid of this spell card. Don't worry about that spell card. Don't look at my graveyard. So, look, I'm going to normal summon Kaiba Man. Alright? Now, I'm going to activate his effect. He's going to attribute himself to summon the imposter Blue Eyes White Dragon, who counts as Blue Eyes White Dragon while in my hand. Ah. Now, I'm going to send the top card of my deck to the graveyard to gain 500 attack. I'm going to activate my Lord of Bees effect. And nothing happens. Quiver in fear.
You will summon something else.
Yeah, my other dragon. And I'm going to activate his effect. Watch, it's going to do a thing. It didn't do anything. No, but watch, the next best thing is happening right now. Because it's treated as Blue Eyes White Dragon and counts as 2 tributes, I can fusion summon 3-headed Blue Eyes White Dragon off of 1. Oh, that's right. After the first duel, which for the record, again, was a smashing victory for the Blue Eyes, coming in hard with a smashing hit, I should say, followed by a 13-turn loss.
Only had a duel for 13.
It was a very rushed, let me tell you. Oh, it's great. I'm loving Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. Like I said, 2023, and I'm playing Graceful Charity and legally, and it's not GOAT format. This is what would be considered modern, arguably.
New meta in some way.
Sort of. I mean, it's still basically Yu-Gi-Oh! Even though it's not really Yu-Gi-Oh! But it's basically Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's see.
It is its own way.
Yeah. 2. Oh, damn it. Yeah. We'll send that one because I don't want to send the legend. But now that means I bet you it means it goes back to the bottom or something, or it gets shuffled or something.
what do you think about Tears of Kingdom?
What do I think about The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom? I think it's a pretty good game. I think it improves upon what Breath of the Wild already did. And I think it's going to be very hard to ever replay Breath of the Wild again.
So, that's good.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't think you played Breath of the Wild, did you?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay.
Beginning.
Alright, so did you have any enjoyment while playing it?
It was nice.
Alright. So
Very relaxing.
alright. So imagine nice and relaxing times 2. Oh, what are you what is this? If there's a card... Okay, yeah, I had to get rid of your back row. Bro, I didn't even pay attention. Do you have higher attack? Oh, you have the... You have the same attack and you're not destroyed by battle. So, of course, okay. Alright. And there's no main... Damn it. Oh. Bro, you're like, look, I got a tiebreaker here and I gotta win. How do I win? I know, I'll distract him with talking about Legend of Zelda.
How many monsters in this in the story boat?
Alright. It's great times 2. It's really fun. Everything Breath of the Wild did, Tears of the Kingdom does better. Alright? Everyone go play it. Go play Tears of the Kingdom. This video is brought to you by Nintendo. Oh, I can draw. I can I summon this guy. He's the guy that has something to do with Blue Eyes without looking like he has anything to do with Blue Eyes. Bro, what is with this deck?
Red Eyes, Black Jack, Blue Eyes.
He does look like Red Eyes Black. No, what I don't understand is this deck has a penchant for just discarding cards straight into the graveyard for no effect.
You have 18 cards left.
Yeah, well, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. All I gotta do is get rid of your back row.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So now I just gotta ask myself, right? I gotta think. I gotta really think here. I gotta go, do I personally have any back row removal cards? And the answer, I think, is no.
No.
Oh my gosh. I gotta get rid of this guy somehow. Oh, I got it.
I can help you with it.
No, you can. You can. You can and you have. I love you. I shouldn't say anything. No, you haven't. You're doing great. Just do what you're doing. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it, please.
Here, another material for cleaning up.
Yeah, oh, I'll clean. Watch this. I'm gonna clean so hard. Watch.
And bleach.
It's in defense mode! It's only undestroyable if it's in attack! Done! Easy! Victory! Don't you dare mirror force me. No, you don't.
I do bleach.
No! 13 turns before you, going for a new record. An effective... absolutely. Absolutely. We're done. Done. Trap card. You've activated my trap card. And I'm going to special summon Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. And I'm going to... Do you got another one? Don't you dare. Okay.
I don't have any spellcasters.
Oh, I should have summoned Blue Eyes. That would have been so much more iconic. Oh, I did it. Alright. What deck you want to use next? And as you can see, it's such a fun duel. We had such a great time. And the Blue Eyes deck is actually pretty good. Now let's drop on down this to the Brush pre-release. And you'll see that this changes. Now there's things called L's, or legends. Meaning you can have one legend monster, one legend spell, and one legend trap per deck. So let's just show you. For example here, it's legends. Right, so rush duels are different. In case you don't know, you draw 5 cards per turn. You can normal summon as many times as you want. Yeah, there you go. And basically, they're trying to really they're trying to make Yu-Gi-Oh more, I guess, kid friendly. I guess, but they're trying to, like, you draw 5 cards per turn, so you're drawing more cards. Just drawing cards feels good in general, so that part is already fun in, like, right out the gate, right? Normal summoning as much as you want, who cares? You know, special summoning has already been not even special anymore. So, like, I don't know, I think it's pretty good. The best part is, like, a lot of the monsters are watered down, and I know it sounds like a bad thing, but hear me out. So, because you're drawing 5 cards every turn, and you can just slap monsters down anyways, basically like what you can do with current modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Slap down monsters like crazy. I guess unless you get Max Seed. Not in the TCG, though! But if you have these cards here, that all have effects that say requirement and then the effect. And nowadays, like these dragons, they have additional effects up above their requirement and effects. And just, it's so great. Or something like Graceful Charity, requirement none. You just play it down, right? Or Trap Hole, requirement. When your opponent normal summons a monster with 1,000 or more attack, you of course would activate this because you met the requirement. During their turn, they would normal summon. And then the effect is you destroy that monster. But see, the thing is, they don't just go around saying, hey, you can have 3 copies of Trap Hole. They go, no, that is so powerful, we want to limit that. We want to limit the number of cards that, like, Summon Skull, 1 tribute, 2,500 attack? No, sir. All of our 1 tribute monsters are going to have a less attack. And our 2 tribute monsters are going to have as high as maybe 2,500 is basically the new standard, is what I'm getting at. Now, mind you, they do currently not have any banned cards in Rush Duel, which I think is very exciting. It means the entire card pool is wide open to make any deck you can think of that is currently out there. And there's a lot more than... You might be surprised, okay? So here, let's look at some of the limited cards here, which is, there's surprisingly not many. Thunderbolt, the Blazing Thunder. You can only have 1 copy of this guy, who's level 7 and has 2,300 attack and 1,900 defense. His requirement says that during the turn this card is normal summoned, send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. So mind you, let's right off the bat here, before we even look at what it does, you can go ahead and read. I'm not your real dad. But, like, really? This guy is so bad he's limited, and you can only do it the turn he was summoned? Not even if you somehow get him out with a, another effect. No. Only if he was normal summoned. Okay? His effect says, this card gains 300 attack until the end of this turn. Then, if you have 4 or more level 7 monsters with different names in your graveyard, you can special summon 1 level 7 monster from your graveyard to your field face up. Okay, so yeah. Basically, after dumping a guy, on top of whatever else your deck is trying to do and dump guys in there and probably set this up for this, he gets the attack boost, which is probably, let's be honest, this is not why this guy is limited. It's because he then goes on to summon a guy out of the graveyard. I don't know, but it's only the turn he normal summons it. And that's what's so weird, that this That was so bad, someone said, hey, that's limited. Wow. So here, what's this next one? Executee Lilius. Okay. Level 6, 2500 with 5... Dang! So they did print another Summon Skull anyway. And it has an effect. It has 2 effects, actually. If you have a face-up level 6 monster with 500 defense on your field, you can special summon this card from your hand face-up to your field. Whoa! Let's ignore the fact that you can just summon Skull out. Like, that's crazy. Okay. I don't know. It's a level 6 with 500 defense. I'm sure there's probably some sort of combo or something there. Oh, but you also could have done it with itself, which is why it's probably limited. To how much... Ooh. Yeah, but we'll have to see what you do. Hang on. So it's a continuous effect that your level 7 or higher monsters cannot attack. Only yours? I'm gonna be honest. That's not why this one is. That's not why this one is limited, is it? That restriction wasn't good enough to make it, because no one's gonna. Because if you can just summon out, you only have to throw down one guy to get one guy on the board, or cheat him out, and then special. No wonder. Yeah, she has to be limited. So then, what does this guy do? Sushi Fairy. Dragon rolled the Sushi Fairy. I love it. Okay. During the turn, this card was normal summoned. For the record, it's a level 6 with 1500 and 500. Place one fairy type monster from your graveyard on the bottom of your deck. Draw one card this turn. You cannot attack with level 6 or lower monsters. What? So do you... And this is not... See, I don't understand Rush Duel. Rush Duel is so bizarre to me, and this is why I think it's just such a good idea to try and jump in and try it out. Like, there's so much going on. Rush Duel is great, man. And then the dragons, like this one here, this card names becomes Blue Eyes White Dragon while in the hand. So in the hand, you can get Kaiba Man down. So you have 3 Kaiba Man to draw into out of 40 when you're drawing 5 new cards every turn. And then 4 Blue Eyes White Dragons that you can get these out. That this guy can get himself out if you have a dragon type normal monster on your field already. Level 8 or higher. Oh, it's not normal. Okay, so it's a level 8 or higher. Yeah. So whatever. So Kaiba Man into this thing. And then you special summon this guy. And then both of them activate their effects that's in the top deck of their top of your deck of the graveyard. So this guy... his name becomes Blue Eyes White Dragon while on the field, and it gains 500 attack. Then, so he'll be the Fabled 3000. Ooh. Then, if you have a face-up legend normal monster on your field, i.e., Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can destroy one face-up level 8 or lower monster on your opponent's field. That's pretty dang good, I think. Then we have, check this out. So this one sends the top card of the deck to the graveyard. To say this turn, this card's name becomes Blue Eyes White Dragon, and if you fusion summon Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, so it only works for one dragon, but I mean, like, it's, come on, we're Rush Duels, no one, I don't think they're going to get too much further than this for right now, so you've got some time to enjoy this, kids. Look, this face-up card can be treated as 2 materials. What? So just him, and you can... So, wait, is OBS even recording? Oh, it is, good. So basically, you can just send these 2 guys here to get the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon out, and leave the classic Blue Eyes behind for, like, more attacks, more damage. And then all these guys are like, this guy will be like, oh... It's just only the turn to you normal summon it, but who cares? So you send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, and then you can add the Origin of Stone Legend or Sanctum of Legend from your graveyard to your hand. Hang on now. Wait a minute. Sanctum of Legend. Let's see. This is a field spell. No requirement, of course. Field spell. While this card is face up on the field zone, face up level 8 or higher dragon type monsters on the field gain 500 attack. Also, dragon type legend monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects. Oh. Wow, why am I not even playing at least one copy of this? That's pretty good. Maybe it's just not good enough. I don't know. Throw that down there in the... Interesting. See, Rush Duel is so neat, you guys. Alright. I love it. Like, it's such a... It's so neat. And also... and this turn, the monster special summoned by this effect cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. That's so... That actually... I think that came up in that duel. That was pretty helpful. So look at this one. The Legend Magician. Which is great, because they're always, like, throwing in some sort of... Like, this... Okay, so this is not the lady that becomes the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I can't think of her name. She was really, really good. Kieran? I don't know. I'm showing my Yu-Gi-Oh! Ignorance. I haven't watched the show in forever, or kept up with Yu-Gi-Oh! Lore in forever. But I digress. Okay, so here, check this out. For no cost, you excavate the top 3 cards of your deck. Then, you can send an excavated monster to the graveyard. You shuffle the remaining cards into the deck. Then, you can add 1 legend normal monster from your graveyard to your hand. So basically, if one of the top 3 cards is Blue Eyes, well then yeah, send it. Because the next thing you're going to do after shuffling them back is add it back into your hand. And if not, hey, you're like, well, I don't want to discard that. I want to draw to that. Well, then don't. It's fine. It's not part of the do this, and then only if you do that you can do the thing. No. You don't have to. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just shuffle it back in. Then you already have Blue Eyes in the graveyard. No problem. Add it back to your hand. It's great. It's fantastic. This one, no, we're going some sort of chronological order here. So the barrier statue. This is pretty, you can't special summon except non-fire attribute monsters. I would imagine you're trying to drop this after you drop your monster, and then they just quit. Or no, probably summon and attack over it, and then wait till next turn, but you get the idea. Kaiba Man, it does the same thing. You send it face up from your field to the graveyard to special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand, which is why it works with this. So then we have send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard to add 1 level 5 or higher dragon type monster from your graveyard to your hand. That is on a level 2 body. It's not the worst thing in the world. I'm pretty sure that's, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the first cards that dropped. Alright, so most of your monsters in the first few sets, and actually today, a lot of your monsters are just no effect having monsters. Alright? It's the sad reality. And the irony, I guess, here is we're trying to get to a no effect having monster by having a bunch of effect having monsters. I don't know, man. Rush duels are weird. You just gotta try them. It's fun. There's other decks. There's one like this 7-road fusion deck where there's a lot of, like, there's an effect monster, there's an effect dragon, there's a dragon in the spellcasters, and the spellcaster guy looks so cool. Like, look at that. Oh, man. Oh, and he's got a Dark Magician girl of his own. Oh, it's so cool. Look at her artwork. She's on fire or whatever. And like most of these guys, dark, light, water, because this whole thing is different attributes. So, like, you know, they're normal. And they're 1500 attack. They don't even have ones that are like 1800. If you're like, oh, what about something like Vorse Raider? Well, congratulations. He's in the game, and he's a legend, so if you want a monster with 1900 attack... Yeah, look, they're all 1500. I'm sorry. The game's a lot lower, slower speed, power level, despite being much higher speed of drawing cards. A lot. They love to draw cards. Check this out. The Origin Stone of Legend. During the turn you normal summon this card, you excavate the top 4 cards of your deck. Then, now it's only during the turn you normal summon this card, but that's fine. It's level 1. You excavate the top 4 cards of your deck. You can special summon 1 excavated dragon type legend normal monster face up to your field. Shuffle the other ones back. So basically, this one's a huge gamble. If you can find a way to somehow put specifically Blue Eyes back into your deck, and I guess also more specifically on top of it. You know, set it up better. Like, I don't know. It's great. It's great. If you have 3 or 2 of these in your opening hand, it's funny because you'll throw one down, try it, maybe not get it. That's fine. Throw the second one down, try it again because they were all shuffled back in, and you might actually hit it blue eyes. So it's kind of funny. You know, it's like a little gambling slot machine if you get multiple ones, or just a one-off. Let's see. But you know, there's only one copy, and unfortunately, this thing specifically calls for a legend. So you can't just say, oh, you know, if it said Blue Eyes White Dragon, and even if it did, this unfortunately only counts while it's in your hand, not being excavated out of the deck, sadly. Graceful Charity, I've been waiting this entire time so patiently. 2023 in the year of our Lord and Savior, our Christ Jesus. And He is allowing us to play Graceful Charity in the modern day. Here we are. Hi, we're alive. If you're listening to this, you're probably not dead. Graceful Charity, we can play it. Do you like that card? Do you ever played GOAT format and thought, man, I wish Yu-Gi-Oh would just go back to the fun old days. Try Rush Duel. I know it sounds stupid. Just, there's a Blue Eyes deck now. It's okay. You can play Graceful Charity, and it's so beautiful. I love it. The fusion spell is good. There's 3 of this. The idea is you're going to get one of these guys out, blast your opponent some monsters away, and then fusion out your ultimate, just attack over it. Trade in, because it's at 3 copies. Trap Hole. So here's the deal, right? Alright? Trap Hole. Normal summons happen all the time. Maybe they're normal summoning something big. Maybe you just get rid of it with Trap Hole. Figured if I'm going to run any legend trap, it's going to be that. And then everything else is just recovery. It's just 3 copies of this. This Treasure of Eyes of Blue. What a great card. I'm sure there's going to be something even more broken down the line that'll just make this look stupid. But as a requirement, when a monster on your field is destroyed by an opponent's attack or that card effect, this effect will special summon 1 level later higher level attribute dragon type monster from your graveyard face up to your field. Then, if you have Blue Eyes White Dragon face up on your field, you can destroy 1 card on your opponent's field. That, bro, if I have 1 Blue Eye, yeah, I'm gonna, because I can guarantee you the only thing they're gonna be able to destroy or get rid of by card effect is gonna be Blue Eyes. And even then, you wiped my field, but also I had this other one. Like, it was only the, whatever, monsters with high attack or monsters of a certain level or something. You know what I mean? Like, somehow, someway, I have Blue Eyes in the graveyard, and I have a monster, and I have this trap, and it doesn't say a Blue Eyes has to get destroyed or anything high. No, just a monster. Bro, you destroyed what is this? My Legend Magician? How dare you? I'm going to activate my trap card and special summon my Blue Eyes out of my graveyard. And because I now control a Blue Eyes, because this is basically the only thing I'm going to use this trap card on, I can then go on to destroy any one card. Not any one monster, not one whatever. Just any one card. It's so good. Blue Eyes exists in the game. It's here we go. Rush Duels. The Blue Eyes White Dragon. You've seen it in action yourself. And if you're like I said, right? Oh man, I wish Yu-Gi-Oh would go back to the old days. It's never going to. They're gonna keep, look at this. Hang on, this is modern Yu-Gi-Oh. You might not like it, but this is peak physical condition, okay? So, I mean, it's only going to get worse, right? Because they're not going to stop adding in new cards. They're going to keep trying to milk the Master Rule 5 format for as long as they can, okay? People like my buddy Andrew, okay, they're playing Yu-Gi-Oh today, and they're not playing these goofy Speed Duel, Rush Duel, side formats that they're trying to bring mainstream and maybe take over, because then that would be more profitable, but they could just reboot the game. But they're not doing that. They're playing the old school Yu-Gi-Oh they grew up with, and the old format and the old style of cards with their same artwork that they came out with when they came out in 1996. Oh, and this is completely random, but this Chaos Emperor Dragon card is just about as close as Blue Eyes is ever going to be able to get to having a Pendulum monster. It's just, it's the best, man. Especially in this deck, because you can recycle Blue Eyes, but whatever, it's not really the point. I just wanted to talk about the Rush Duel Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. And there's other decks, too. Like, just for 5 seconds, right? 7-Road Fusion Magician. That's this guy. Or you have the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. That's this guy. Then you have the Cats. I pick one. And then you have Cyber Dragon. Surprisingly not a legend. And they even have new Cyber Dragon cards like Cyber Coatl, Cyber Search Dragon, Cyber Griffin, Cyber Assault Dragon, Cyber Stealth Dragon, or Cyber Processor. Some of those might actually be old cards, by the way. I genuinely don't know. But then we have Cyber Twin and Cyber End. Those are classic. But look, Cyber Rush Dragon. That one might be a little too on the nose for some people. Cyber Tactical Dragon. Like, bro, there's original cards here to be had, and also old cards. What else do we got? Galactica. I think this is from the new series, where it's the Starship Enterprise, but Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's Yu-Gi-Oh! In space. It's basically the same joke people made of Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, except Zexal I don't think was in space. Maybe it was. I didn't pay enough attention. I really liked the Xyz monsters, though. Anyways, here's an example of what I thought Rush Duel was going to be all about, and it turned out I don't think it is, which is good, because I think this was not very good. I think this was very bad. Maybe this is a bad build of the deck. Hey, it's got Pot of Greed. It can't be all bad. And then we have, by the way, again, 2023, legal Pot of Greed, Rush Duels. Anyone? No? Alright, well, anyways. So here's Graceful Charity, and we'll drop this down into Rush so it seems more appropriate. But, like, here's all the whatever goofy musical girl, idol, whatever cards. People love this crap. Come to Rush Duels. It's interesting. We have little girls. Let's move along. Red Blue Dragons fusion. Honestly, so the whole gimmick of this deck is it wants to blue fuse or red fuse. And if you blue fuse and make a blue dude, you get to do a thing. And if you do red fuse with a red dude, you get to do a thing. And there's this red dude who looks suspiciously a lot like the Red Eyes Black Dragon. And then you have this dude, which looks suspiciously a lot like, kind of, sort of, maybe not really like the Blue Eyes White Dragon. And then for Dario, I have this Red Eyes deck because I felt like at some point he's going to want to play Red Eyes. And I can't just be like, here's a whole list of all the cards, build your own deck. It's like, no, it's stupid. Here's a deck, look through all the other cards later, fix it if you want. I'm not your real dad, but here's a Red Eyes deck. I'm not gonna, gonna at least give him some meat on the bone, you know what I'm saying? And they got this card, which I thought would be interesting, but I couldn't really fit him in. So I didn't really try too much, but hey, maybe they left him in the side deck. And then that's where I got the idea. Because I thought, hey, the level 7, that looks pretty Red Eyesy. This is definitely Red Eyes related. It's not. And then so I built the red-blue deck after this. If you've ever played modern Yu-Gi-Oh, you'll be familiar with the Salamangreats. These are a different brand of Salamangreats, and I think that they're pretty great. They're not Cyberse type. They are Pyro type, so they are pure fire. This is straight up fire type. None of the... I don't know what I was expecting. I guess I was expecting Cyberse. I guess I was expecting modern Yu-Gi-Oh to be pulled over here in the way Cyber Dragons did. But they just went straight full recasting. And I think it works so well. Just look at that finalized Phoenix card. That looks so cool. My brother Dave would probably play the hell out of this deck. He'd probably look at that card and go, I can't read any of this. How the hell did you get into my house? And I'd be like, well, there's English underneath or down here. And I'm not. I'm just a figment of your imagination. Plus, the legend cards are this guy, Flame Ruler. That gets to be treated as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a fire attribute monster. And this guy that stops any special summons except fire. So unless you're playing something like this, you're probably not going to have a bunch of fire cards. I don't know, maybe that noodle deck. And then there's these girls here. There's a girl on the left, and then there's a girl on the right. And then they fusion summon into one girl with twin rover hair. And then they got this like alchemicalize Salamandra. Alright, so this card, I'll be honest, makes me think, it gives me Chemicritter vibes with that name. Or like that Bastion kid. But the deck is great, you know, it really gets these guys out pretty easily. And I don't even know what it does. And then last but not least, we have the Zombie Burn deck. And I made sure, I was looking for this card, these guys, this card, because they're the Unizombie card. That's a great card. And I wanted to see if they were going to retrain them as monsters. But as it turns out, they got retrained as a spell card, which is fine. When your opponent draws for their normal draw in their draw phase, while you have a zombie-type monster in your graveyard, which is presumably pretty easy to pull off in a zombie-type deck, inflict 900 damage to your opponent. At this turn, if your opponent attacks a face-up monster, they can only attack the monster on your field with the lowest level. Oh, good lord. I'm sure one of these wants to die or something. I have no idea how this works. I just know it's supposed to be obviously, something called Zombie Burn, you would want it to burn. But, like, I thought, oh, a zombie deck. Okay, that's cool. And plus, it's a burn deck. Like, you know, there's some degenerate people who like burns. So I thought, well, I'll try it out sometime. I haven't. I have no idea what I'm doing with this deck. I did notice that it has Cyberstein in it, which is absolutely awesome. I love it that they're taking all these old Yu-Gi-Oh creatures and then reworking them. And plus, me personally, I think the artwork looks great. Okay, I'm sure there's some people who just like, oh, it looks bad somehow. I don't know. Like, I much genuinely prefer the artwork to Rush Duel cards. Like, that just looks so good. And even though this is honestly not my favorite artwork of the Blue Eyes White Dragon, this being a reworked version of the Legend of Blue Eyes artwork, but I mean, that looks really good. That looks really good. That is a beautiful card.